As Meryl Lortho pass by on the left of the Frostfaire Academy, you see students of all races wander through the sprawling campus grounds, chattering over the toll of distant bells. Almost everyone on the campus seems to be roughly the same age as the pair of you. You see dormitories, quads, and educational buildings spread around this area. A wiry hobgoblin and a tabaxi practice the basics of blade combat, while a harengon struggles to follow along, laughing at her own clumsiness. Nearby them, a Minotaur instructor corrects the posture of a tiefling, who sheepishly adjusts her shield. At the base of the campus watchtower, students gather under the moonlight in heated discussion. You can hear a shy elf reading aloud from a tome of ancient riddles as her friends giggle and laugh, while another group squabbles over whether to sit on enormous giant-sized benches, with a young dwarf shouting, "You guys just want to laugh when my feet don't touch the ground." A satyr strums on a lyre for a group of Minotaur students as they demonstrate a traditional stomping dance. Just outside the gate leading into the space, Lortho points up to a metal plaque and reads it out loud. "Learn the common tongue for academic success." This must be that academy that the guy was talking about.
Yeah, all these people are just here to learn.
I couldn't do that. You think they're like the smartest people in the whole world?
I mean, it is a big building, so maybe they are the smartest in the world, but they're young, so maybe the people teaching them are the smartest in the world.
Oh, yeah. He said that people from all around go there. I wonder if... never mind. He was clearly thinking about what it would be like to go there himself, but there's more important stuff going on.
She feels like she's learned a lot about what she needs to know to live her life, so she just can't entirely comprehend what types of information would take up so much time, and that so many people would be wanting to come here from all over. And she's learning a little bit about the system, so she's assuming there's money involved, but she's not really sure how that would work, if these people are paying to come here or what. So she's kind of thinking it must be important if something that they have to give their money in exchange for. So just the depth of knowledge that's available is just kind of mind-blowing to her. She has no idea what types of things these people are here to learn, but she likes seeing that it's a wide variety of people, because she'd maybe seen a member or two of other races before, but mostly it's just their people. So the fact that everybody's kind of just sitting around and getting along, it's very reflective of her experience so far in the city, where it's a diverse population, but nobody's overtly fighting or challenging each other. So she's fascinated. She's interested that Lortho was kind of seemed to have some thoughts about it. And she turns to him and she says, "I mean, if you're interested in this type of thing, you could always come back."
No. I don't know how long I want to stay here. Have you seen enough? I think the noble quarters is probably not too far off. We've been walking north for a while now.
We have been walking for a while. I think we can keep going. But she's now thinking about her Nana and what types of, all of their personal history amplified into each type of person that she can see, each race. Every one of those people has their own long line of history. So just the impact of how small her world is kind of coming into her brain, and she's suddenly all of the noises kind of sound a lot louder, and she's feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So she says, yeah, let's keep heading up.
I'll follow you.
She starts walking towards that tower right there, up past that, to keep walking forward.
As Meryl and Lortho continue further north through Upper City, you can't help but notice Melody Hospital. The towering structure has white marble walls streaked with veins of obsidian, and there's all of these carved healing runes sort of along the walls that are in the different languages of all of the different races of Frostfaire. They're not magical or glowing in any way. They're just carved runes. They basically all just like say in like all of the different languages, like hospital here. And you can see in the courtyard, there's attendants and patients. There's a young Minotaur child being gently wheeled by a nurse. Her small horns are just beginning to grow. There's a frail elf sipping faintly on a glowing concoction from a delicate glass, her hollow cheeks sort of just puffing warmly with life. Care here is clear, but it's also unattainable for most beyond Frostfaire's elite. A polished plaque mounted near the entrance lists the hospital's benefactors, including the venerable Cascar family, alongside the Brighthorns, the Kenvale Guard, and the House of Marsot.
Meryl points at where it says Cascar. Oh my gosh, it looks like they helped build this.
Dang. I wonder how long this took.
They're very good at what they do. Look at all the rooms, the windows. Bet they like it here.
Meryl notices a well-dressed elf woman step out from the hospital's main entrance. She's clearly concerned with worry, but softens when she's joined by her teenage son. He offers her his arm and guides her gently toward a waiting carriage. A pair of furbolg nurses in bloody white and blue uniforms sit on a bench within the courtyard, sharing slices of bread and cheese from a wrapped parcel. Meryl hears one of them joke about a stubborn old Minotaur patient who refuses to rest, while the other adds, "At least he's not another noble asking if we can serve wine with their portions." And then you see a low city dwarf, gaunt and coughing, covered in soot and grime, who approaches the hospital entrance, only to be gently but firmly turned away by a uniformed attendant. The beggar pleads, but the attendant shakes their head. An arriving noblewoman glances down at the elderly dwarf, sneers, and steps inside without a word.
It's very interesting because clearly the people who are receiving care are the to-dos, the wealthy members, and she just watched someone get turned away who clearly looked like he needed help. So she's kind of curious about the vast impact of, this whole money system that they have, and clearly it affects everybody's life from top to bottom. So she's never thought about the village in general as not doing well. Like they've done well for themselves, but seeing all of this like opulence in contrast to what she has to go home to and the amount of work that they have to do. And Lortho even pointing out, like, I wonder how long this took. I think maybe it's occurring to her that it's going to be a long road ahead, but B, I think it's furthering her feelings that home is home, and this is not the way that she would want to live. She turns to Lortho and says, "I can't believe they just turned him away. He looked so sick."
He balls up his little fists and he goes, "Look at those carts." And he gestures towards a line of silver-clad porters unloading crates stamped with the city seal. There's enough herbs in those to keep Silvershine healthy for a year. That's so much. They have so much and they spare so little. And his ears kind of flick and he's like, they wouldn't even notice.
She looks around and she understands what he's saying makes sense to her. So she looks around to see if there would be an opportunity for him and if she can like act as a lookout basically to see before he does anything.
And he's like, I was just thinking, what if we took one of the carts? A whole cart. We just gave some of it to the people in Lowtown and the rest of it we take home.
A whole cart?
I mean, how are people just supposed to leave it there? I just keep thinking about everyone back home. How much we could do if we just had like a little bit of what this place has. Plus this Ruvidon guy is dead. We don't even know if he can help us.
Is there people, so they're just sitting there, the carts, like unattended?
Porters are like carrying the stuff from the carts into the hospital. is sort of a relative stream of people going to the cards, taking it in, going to the cards, taking it in.
I mean, he is dead. You are right. We haven't had any sign of... I mean, their name is on the hospital. So you want to just take one of these now and leave?
I mean, it has everything we need.
I don't know, Lortho. Those guards at the front gate, like, they were pretty scary. What happens if we get caught?
Well, I don't know. What do you think happens if we get caught? They just take it back? Maybe throw us out?
Maybe.
I don't think they'd kill us. It's just plants.
Oh my goodness. I'm conflicted. Haley is conflicted as a player because...
Okay, we'll talk it out.
He's making some rational points. Meryl doesn't know what jail... Like, she doesn't know what jail is. I do, but she doesn't.
Yeah, there's no jail in your village.
Right. So he's saying, like, they might not. They probably wouldn't kill us. It's nighttime, right? At this point? Like, it's dark?
It is, yeah. It is. I would say that I'd say it's like 8:30. Been 4.5 hours since you got to the city, and you were walking for 14 hours on top of that. So you and Lortho are clocking at 18.5 hours right now.
Oh my god. She says to him, like, well, I mean, I'm sure that this stuff will be here. I really just think that we should try to at least find this guy's family. I mean, Caro's letter was very, Caro. Like, he knows when he's owed something. So I think if we wanted to try to take a cart with us, we would want to be doing it when we're on our way out already. It's a big cart, Lortho. Like, I'm, going to be probably responsible for pushing it along. And I appreciate that you want to give these things away to people. But, I mean, we did come here with instructions.
Roll either a persuasion or an intimidation for me. I do not care which. Either one. So with a 19 persuasion, I'll say that Lortho kind of longingly looks back at the cart. You see him slump a little bit. He's tired. He's got little legs. He is not used to leaving the village and going on week-long hunts or treks like Meryl is. Lortho is at the brink, and he goes, fine. But if we can't find this guy, I think we should steal it.
She looks over at it. I think at the very least we're going to swing back by and see what they're leaving out, but we do need a new cart.
Yeah. Legitimate, Haley, I did not even put that together.
Oh, really?
No, I swear to God. It's the gift that keeps... Swear to God, it's the gift that keeps on giving. That was not That was not intentional.
I told you.
He laughs, and he looks over at Marilyn. He's like, that really upsets you, huh?
I told him to fix that cart before we left, and he said, yeah, I got it. Okay. I said I wasn't going to say anything about Kale. I know we still, like, I know, Lortho, I know. But that was his fault. And, maybe if we had caribou at the freaking feast, I don't know. Maybe things would have been different. But I now kind of want to ride this cart out of here. So let's go finish what we're doing. I honestly think we probably need to find a place to sleep. We're going to shake this Cascar guy down. Well, his family, his grieving family. I'm sure in times of grief, we love giving people food and helping people out when we're sad. Everybody teaches us, it makes us feel better to do nice things for other people when we're sad. So this is what's going to happen, Lortho. Their family is going to give us our money. We're going to come back here and we're going to take the cart. Okay? But we got to try this other thing first. I promise. We're coming back.
He pulls the paper bag of jerky out from under his arm, sticks his little hand in, pulls one out and hands it to you. And he goes, sounds like a good plan to me, boss.
And she takes a bite of the jerky. Oh my goodness, Mr. Buster was right. The spices, this is so good.
And you look into the bag and like, I'd say probably about half are gone.
Oh my God. Lortho, did you eat
I've been walking
25 sticks of jerky?
I've been walking for 18 hours, Meryl. I'm so tired.
Lortho, give me the bag. Give me the bag. She's going to take the bag. She's going to try to take the bag from him.
He hangs his head and he hands it to you.
It's okay, bud. I know we're tired. Have you seen anywhere that maybe we could take a nap?
There's alleys.
There are alleys.
We could fake like we have a sickness and maybe they'll give us a bed in the hospital.
No, but we don't. I wonder how much money it costs to get into the hospital.
Probably more than what we have.
Probably. And she looks around to see if there's anyone close by that she can ask if there are any beds available, like in the town around them, not like in the hospital.
One of the passing elves, you catch her eye, and there's the Starling's Eye Inn down on the border of Lowtown and Upper City. That's probably your best bet. There's also, because she's kind of looking at you and looking at like the mud on your boots. This is an Upper City elf,
right?
And she's like, your best bet would probably be to look down there, I would say.
Is Meryl aware of the tone, the subtext?
Roll an insight for me. Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So she kind of like looks down at her feet and is not quite self-conscious, because I don't think she knows what self-consciousness is, but she's kind of like, okay. And then she looks at Lortho and says, well, we can either keep going forward or we go back and try again tomorrow.
Hold on, I got an idea. Follow me.
Okay. She's gonna follow him.
He takes you to this tree and climbs up the fucking tree.
She's like, Lortho, you're a freaking genius. And she scampers up the tree after him.
It is a thick enough tree. I mean, this thing, as you can see, looks like it's about 2 stories tall. You guys are entirely fully concealed within this heavy, thick frost pine tree with these thick trunks and these sort of like grooves where like a bunch of different limbs reach out and create these little cradles.
And she says, oh my gosh, why is there nobody else who's done this? And she's like kind of scooching down into one of the cradles and she's looking around to see if the tree's got any like seeds.
Roll a perception for me as Lortho goes, people aren't doing this because the city makes them sick. It's all that green smoke coming up out of the ground. And yeah, you do see pine cones and you see seeds as well.
And she's elated and she's pulling down the seeds, and she says, seeds, Lortho, seeds. And then she kind of thinks about what he said and says, you know, I have noticed that the people here don't really look healthy.
They're not
vivacious like us.
No. They're not like us at all.
Maybe everybody clustered here together is not good for them either. I mean, think about how much space we all have back home.
We have all the space back home.
Yeah, I don't think we should stay here very long. I think whatever you're feeling, I'm feeling too. This is an interesting way to live.
It is. And I'm just kind of starting to think to myself, if this guy's family is one of the richest 8 people here and they built most of this place, well, then they probably love it here. So what does that say about them?
I don't know. I mean, Caro trusted him, so he must have had some good qualities. But yeah, I mean, if they're up there and are just holding on to things, and that means that people down here don't get those things, you would not look kindly upon somebody doing that at home. Imagine if we kept all the flour that we made. Imagine if I never shared any of the things that I, went out and got for the village.
Well, nobody would like you then.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is all too much. I'm going to take a nap.
It is a lot. And she looks at him and she's feeling warm. I mean, she's happy that he came with her, even though she knows that he's not his normal, well, what she has learned is his normal kind of like happy self. So she kind of feels bad, but she's also thinking about how Caro sent her here. So she's trying to keep that in mind. Like, Caro was her brother. Lortho doesn't have any, ties to him other than just, he knows who he is and has seen what he does for the town. But like, I think she feels like she has it a little bit easier than Lortho does right now. So she hands him a piece of jerky out of the bag because they're blowing through it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're down to like 20 pieces, 18 pieces for sure.
And she says, Talia's really lucky to have you, Lortho. And so am I.
And he looks over at her and smiles and goes, "Do you miss Thorn?"
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys became friends.
I'm glad too. I know he's taking care of everyone back at home, and
we told you he had a heart like the sun, and you were all like, "Ooh, who would want something like that?"
I did say that, okay? I remember.
Turns out it's you. Turns out it's you. Meryl and Thorn sitting in... Well, I guess technically Meryl and Lortho sitting in a tree, but Meryl and Thorn sitting in a tree. All right, I'm going to take a nap.
She's like, you do that, buddy. She's, they're up in a tree. She feels safe.
Okay. And
I mean, I think. I guess. I don't know.
Chainsaw.
I was gonna say, can she?
This tree was marked for deforestation.
I know, it's like all chained
it's the
up.
Only
like
tree in the city. Yeah, the clear, blatant, avoid this tree.
She's got really good hearing, so I think if there's any kind of commotion underneath her, she's trusting herself to try to wake up. But yeah, I don't even think she's gonna be able to keep herself awake if they're up in little tree nests.